Hi, this is Dr. Evelyn Zellerer. I'm here in Isfahan, Iran, and I've had the unexpected gift to be able to spend time with a group of brilliant graduate students who have come from Tehran, and they were the organizing committee behind the first Restorative Justice Conference that took place last week here in Iran. And so I'm taking the opportunity to speak with them and do a little video to get some of their thoughts about the Restorative Conference and restorative justice more broadly in Iran. The conference was the vision, and the main organizer was Dr. Farajiha from Tarbiat Modares University in Tehran. He's a brilliant scholar and just a wonderful, wonderful human being. I'm so grateful I got to meet him, and it was a huge honor for me to be invited to speak at this conference. And behind him was this small group of 6 graduate students who worked incredibly hard to put this conference together. And they were very humble, very much behind the scenes. And so I would like them to introduce themselves, and I'd really like to acknowledge their brilliance and their contributions to what turned out to be a huge, huge success. So there'll be 6 of them. There was a very small committee given the amount of work, but we'll just pass it right on over to Iman.
دو تا هدف رو ایمان رحیمی پور، دانشجوی دکتری دانشگاه تربیت مدرس. من فکر می‌کنم کنفرانس 2 تا هدف رو دنبال می‌کردی که اینکه داشته‌های ما رو توی عدالت ترمیمی بررسی بکنه و یکی اینکه چه دستاوردهایی رو میتونه این همایش برامون داشته باشه. توی قسمت داشته هامون به نظر میرسید که بیشتر از این که تکیه بر ارزیابی و اثر بخشی اون فرهنگ‌های عدالت ترمیمی توش وجود داره داشته باشیم، بیشتر تمرکز ما بر روی بولز کردن و پررنگ کردن اون سنن و اون فرهنگ‌های بومی بوده.
Give me time for translation. He is Iman Rahimipour. He is a PhD candidate of criminal law and criminology in Tarbiat Modares University. He said that I think there was 2 major goals behind Restorative Justice and Crime Prevention Conference, which was held in Tarbiat Modares University a week ago. And I think the first major goal was that we wanted to have some evaluation about our local customs, which consider restorative, and we needed to see that we needed to have a academic evaluation of those customs. And the other goal was that we think we needed the experience, and we needed the experiences of international academics, and you know, how much do we need their experience to have a better criminal justice system by using the practices of restorative justice in all over the world.
در رابطه با هدف دوم، تو بحث این که ما چقدر تونستیم که از دستاوردهای کشورهای دیگه توی حوزه عدالت کیفریمون استفاده کنیم، به نظر میرسه با پیش‌نهادهای متعددی که ما توی قبل از همایش اصلی داشتیم تونستیم اون مخاطبان اصلیمون که پلیس، شورای حل اختلاف و دستگاه قضایی بود رو با یک فضای عدالت ترمیمی آشنا کنیم. به نظر میرسه تو قسمت دوم دستاوردهای عملی ما بیشتر از قسمت اول باشه.
What I forgot to translate in the previous section was that Iman talked about our results from what we expect from the first goal of the conference, behind the conference. We understand we need a lot of education for our judges, for our social workers, for our officials of criminal justice system, and with our 10 pre-conferences that we had before the major conference, we understand that somehow we could give those knowledge, those experiences, we could give our social workers some trainings, which Dr. Zellerer, we had the honor of having Dr. Zellerer with us for 2 workshops, and give the social workers those trainings. And about the first goal, maybe there was a lot of abstracts that could somehow make the first evaluation of our local custom, of traditional custom of restorative justice. So we hope that this conference make a difference, and maybe give us a better understanding of what is a restorative justice is, and how much do our local and traditional customs are restorative.
در نتیجه ما توی بحث اگر خواسته باشیم بگیم که عدالت ترمیمی رو ما میتونیم یک نسخه‌ای بنویسیم که سریع اجرایی بشه، این خیلی رویا پردازانه است. و از اون طرف هم اگه خواسته باشیم که بگیم که اصلا اندیشه‌های عدالت ترمیمی در جامعه ما نمیتونه اثر بخش باشه، این هم به یک نوع سیاه نمایی.
We cannot make that argument that we can formulate the restorative justice in 1 or 2 principle and 1 or 2 formulation. There's a vast definition of restorative justice, so there isn't any 1 or 2. It cannot be summarized in 1 or 2 principle or 1 or 2 practices. And on the other hand, we cannot say that there isn't any effective restorative process in Iran, and Iranian atmosphere and Iranian context cannot accept the principles of restorative justice.
Thank you.
So,
سلام، مهناز ملاپروری هستم، دانش آموخته رشته حقوق جزا و جرم شناسی از دانشگاه تربیت مدرس. یکی از مهمترین نکاتی که این همایش نشون داد این بود که افرادی که اومدن تو این همایش شرکت کردن معتقد بودن که دیگه خشونت کارساز نیست، چرا که خشونت میاره. همه‌شون دنبال این بودن که یه جورایی صلح و سازش برقرار کنن بین طرفین اختلاف و اختلافات رو به گونه‌ای که منجر به مجازات شدن طرف مقابل به شیوه خشن باشه رو یه جورایی خاتمه بهش بدن. و طبیعی هستش که تمام افرادی هم که اومدن شرکت کردن به نوعی کارای میانجیگری، روش‌های مربوط به حل و فصل اختلافات خارج از فرآیندهای کیفری یا حتی داخل فرآیندهای کیفری به گونه‌ای که باعث نشه که بزهکار از جامعه طرد بشه، بزهدیده به راحتی ازش جبران خسارت بشه انجام میدادن، اما نمیدونستن که کارهایی که واقعا دارن انجام میدن تو این حوزه میگنجه.
So she is Mehnaz Mollaparvari. She is LLM graduate of Tarbiat Modares University in criminology. She believes that this conference gives us an idea of how the amount of the will behind our people, that show us how willful our social workers are to practice the restorative justice processes, and they show us as the organizers of the conference, they show us that we need to work, but there is enough will to work on the restorative justice. And we understand that the people with the abstracts and with all the knowledge that we gather from the conference, we understand that in Iran there is a will to have the conflict resolution by there isn't any will to use the retributive justice and to use the criminal punishment, and people want to work with each other to have a better understanding of the situation that they are involved, and to resolve it with restorative processes. And so Mehnas thinks that is the most amazing thing that conference gave us.
Beautiful.
For me, the international aspect of conference was maybe the major thing for me, because I thought maybe there isn't enough opportunity for Iranian people to introduce themselves to the world. So maybe what our media, our official media, try to show us from Iranian people and Iranian context is not enough. It's a very tiny minority of Iranian people. And when we talk about restorative justice, we talk about peace. And this conference prove us, and maybe somehow we could show our international guests, international professors, that Iranian people are peace-loving people, and they are trying to make some contact with outside world, to show that even in our religion, even in our local customs, there are mostly talk about conversations about peace, and maybe for even if the outcome of the conference is only that, is only to transporting some message to outside world, outside of Iran, to show us that we are ready to accept the international ideas of restorative, and we could even maybe have some saying in development of the ideas behind restorative justice. Maybe that is what this conference is so important and was so important for.
This is Zoha Amiri. I am an LLM student at Tarbiat Modares University in Iran. It was really my pleasure to be a very, very little part of this
It's a huge part. She's the most humble. But carry on, sorry.
International Conference on Restorative Justice and Crime Prevention. I don't know, but maybe we can imagine that we are all like a rain, and we should not look that we are feeling whose hand, and we should just try to survive and let other people survive with us. I love everything about restorative justice, but it's more lovely if we can use it in society with emphasis on social disorder, and exactly in the most sensitive parts of society as women or children. I love it, and I myself will try my best to do it.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I'm Azad Sadevi, PhD candidate in criminal law and criminology in Tarbiat Modares University. I think that restorative justice is not a new idea for Iran, and I think that the people and criminal justice of Iran are capable to implement restorative process. And then the role of this conference, for me at least, was informing the criminal justice system, policymakers and peoples that there are a lot of capabilities through which we can implement restorative justice process. Thank you.
Thank you. Last but not least, our sixth member of our organizing committee.
به نام خدا، مرتضی عارفی هستم، دانشجوی دکتری رشته حقوق کیفری و جرم شناسی دانشگاه تربیت مدرس. من فکر میکنم یکی از بزرگترین درسایی که من به شخص از این همایش گرفتم اینه که فعالیت در حوزه عدالت ترمیمی بیش از هر چیز نیازمند صبوری، مدارا، گذشت و بخشش هست.
So he is Mortaza Refi, PhD candidate of criminology in Tarbiat Modares University. He said that I believe that maybe the most important what I learned most from this conference was that restorative justice mostly needs our tolerance, our patience, and our peace loving. So continue.
این چیزی بود که ما قبلتر از زبان دکتر فرجی‌ها شنیده بودیم و در عمل در کارگاهایی که خانم دکتر اولین زلرر اجرا می‌کردن ما این رو شاهد بودیم.
So we've learned that before from Dr. Farajiha's classes, but maybe in this conference we had the honor to have Dr. Evelyn Zellerer with us, and in those two workshops that she had for our social workers, we have a better understanding of the major features of restorative justice.
ایشون از مقوله‌ای صحبت کردن که زبان مشترک همه انسان‌ها هست، همه کسانی که دغدغه بشریت، کرامت انسانی و صلح بین‌المللی رو دارن.
She talked about something that is the common language between all nations. She talked about human dignity. She talked about and international peacekeeping.
در خلال این همایش اون چیزی رو که ما شاهد بودیم اینه که عواطف انسانی عمده کسانی که ما تا پیش از این فکر می‌کردیم با مقوله مجازات و ابزار کیفر به مقابله با جرم و بزه می‌پردازن، این عواطف و احساسات احیا و تقویت شد.
I think he said that before this conference we have an understanding about how criminal justice works, but in this conference, especially in your Dr. Evelyn Zellerer's workshops, we understand that human feelings and human senses can have a major play in have a better criminal justice system.
و اینکه ما بعد از این همایش بیشتر تشویق شدیم در خصوص اینکه در موضوع انسانی سازی عدالت کیفری و ترویج ارزش‌های انسانی در حوزه عدالت کیفری بیشتر گام برداریم.
And somehow we were encouraged to humanizing the criminal justice by emphasizing more on the role of human feelings in restorative processes and in mechanisms of criminal justice. Thank you.
Say thank you. We've just had a picnic here. It's my favorite thing, one of them. I have many favorite things about Iran, but I love that families and the community comes together in parks, and we're here in this gorgeous park on the riverbank in Isfahan. So I will share just a quick view of the bridge here. They have many bridges, and it's truly spectacular. It's a beautiful city, and I feel so blessed to be here in Isfahan. The landscaping in Iran, the flowers, the artwork, it's truly spectacular. So I will sign off here and stay tuned for more. Have a great day, everybody.